like, I'm just not, I wasn't prepared to film, but I figured, I have things on my mind. Why don't I just talk to you guys about them? So I'm just on my way to go pick up a ring from a jeweler, and hopefully he fixed it for me. So I mean, he was supposed to fix it for me. I just hope that it was done like how I hope, because we didn't have a drawing done up or anything, and I have these 2 glasses in my car that I want to donate, but I didn't wrap them, so they're clanging together. Anyways, we just had somebody come to the house to do a quote for something that we want to get done, and he was such a nice guy, and we started to talk about family stuff. Well, we were talking about so my background is Dutch, and I guess his is too, and so we kind of got into like talking about family stuff, and my family is like very disconnected. There's been a lot of I guess fighting in the family, people not talking to each other anymore. This has gone on for like decades, and it's a lot to do with how when my grandpa died, I don't want to get into too much details, but just with the will and the way everything was divided, and it caused all these issues with amongst like people in my family, and so we're just like talking about all this, how I guess like Dutch people can be very stubborn, and I do think it is a thing. Definitely let me know if you're Dutch or Dutch people, like, are they really stubborn? So I am Dutch. I don't know if I'm stubborn, like, to be honest. I think I'm self-aware enough to see things, and I'm very what's the word, like, I've done a lot of work on myself over the years just because of stuff that I've had to deal with and I've had to heal from. So I think I've done like a lot of, what is the word, like introspection, is that the right word, like inner healing or inner awareness, I have a lot of self-awareness, I feel like, and but I can definitely see how people say that, because there is this stubbornness that goes on. And I think also too, a lot of people, this isn't just like a Dutch thing, but with a lot of people, it's just they don't want to be bothered with stuff, so they are just like, they just sit with their original thoughts, like they're like, that's it, like this is how I feel, or like that's like, these are the boundaries, or this is like how I want to be, or whatever. Like, it's just, and then that's that, like, you have to deal with it, because it's almost like they just check out of caring. I think like they're just like, I'm done. So it's not even so much like a stubbornness, but it's like I just can't deal with this drama, so I check out. Maybe that's what it is too. I don't really know, but these glasses are rolling around on my seat, and the sun, it's still in the clouds. Like I've said, there's no sun where I live. There hasn't been sun for like over a month. This is like a semi-sunny day, if you could even call it that, but the sky is completely filled with clouds still. It's just like you can kind of see the sun coming through because the clouds are thinner, which is nice to have something. But yeah, I haven't seen clear blue sky for a very long time. Anyway, that guy that came to our house was super nice, and he talked a lot about his family, and I told him some stuff about mine. I just hope that with everything, he doesn't feel awkward or what's the word, like anxious after, because I know with myself, if I talk about personal things with people, especially people that I don't really know, like I just met this guy, you can reflect back and you're like, oh, why'd I tell them so much information, or like, I don't know, and then like for me it can bring up anxiety. I think though typically that's when I tell it to people who don't really get it, and you can kind of tell like, oh, why'd I tell that person that thing, like they don't understand my perspective on the subject. So then it makes you feel weird, because you're just like, okay, great, I told them that and they don't even understand, like, it's awkward. or whatever, I don't know, but like hopefully he doesn't feel anxiety. I am fine. I guess I'm just like worried. Hopefully that person doesn't feel weird and now they gotta come to our house and do work. I don't know. I just like, I don't want him to feel that way. So hopefully that's not the case. But I do really think if you are going through issues with your family, I think that a lot of times it can feel very isolating, and I think a lot of times like you can look around and your friends don't have these issues, or you know what I mean? And then it can also feel like you're being judged a lot because like I said, like a lot of people don't have these issues, so they don't understand, so you can feel judged. But I just want to remind you, believe it or not, there are so many people that have family problems and like don't talk to their parents or don't talk to their siblings, or so many issues. So it's just a reminder, like if you do deal with these situations, definitely like you're not alone. Maybe your immediate circle of friends don't have these issues, but trust me, in the world, so many people have these issues. And yeah, it's like, and like I said to the guy, it's not nice to hear that other people have problems, but in some ways it's nice to hear that like you're not alone, with these issues. So yeah, the guy was so nice. But it's really sad. It's so sad, like how people are and how stubbornness can ruin relationships and family. Because I am the type, I used to always, like, the way I used to live was always do the right thing, always be the bigger person, always do the right thing. And I lived my life like this for so many years with people, and I just got worn thin, I think. And but the thing is, like, my moral values are that, and I do really believe like family should be there to support each other, lift each other up, be there in a time of need, like give motivation. Like, you should believe in your family. Like, you should want your family members to succeed. You should want to pump them up. You should want to compliment them. You should want to make them feel good. You should want them to be excited about their new house, their new car, their new anything that they're excited about. Like, they went on a trip. Like, I want to hear about your trip. Tell me about your trip. Like, show me pictures. Anything. Like, you should want to build up your family members. That is what I believe. But it can be very difficult when you are surrounded with people that don't have the same beliefs. Because if you keep always showing up for people in your life, this can be with friends as well, you can keep doing the right thing, do the right thing. That's what they always say. Just do the right thing. Like, just, be the bigger person. But I am telling you, that will start to wear on you, and you can only do it for so long. After decades, you will feel very worn down. And then unfortunately, what you can start to encounter is a form of resentment, maybe, just like hurt, a lot of pain. You can reflect back and you're like, hey, like, how come these people are never there for me? Like, how come they never want to make me feel important? How come they don't ever congratulate me? How come they're never happy for me? Like, you start having these feelings come up, which I can understand isn't always everything. Like, it's not that you need somebody to recognize everything about you, or it's just the overall general feeling that these people are giving you. Like, are they feeling like giving you a good feeling, or do they put you down? Are you always lifting these people up, but they're never lifting you up? Things like that. So yeah, I think that's like, I think at the end of the day, when you look at your relationships, that's really what you need to tap into, is how, in like on a long-term scale, how is this person making you feel? not day to day, because not everybody's perfect. So sometimes you can have an interaction with somebody and maybe they're having a really bad day and they kind of took it out on you. But like, if they did that, do they ever apologize for it? Are they ever aware? Or was that like a very rare occurrence? Because we're not all perfect. So, maybe one day we can say the wrong thing, or we might have a bit of judgment that we, put out to that person that maybe didn't make that person feel the best. But overall, what is the consensus? Are we, like, overall, is that person caring for you? Is that person there for you? Just like, what are the long-term feelings that person is giving you? And I think that's really how you determine healthy relationships versus toxic or hurtful relationships. Yeah, okay, I'll wrap this video up. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on this subject. Okay, I'll